In the dead of night, somewhere above the clouds, something moves. Not a bird, not a commercial jet, not even something the human eye is meant to see. A whisper of a shadow, a flying wing the size of a house, a $2 billion machine that can slip past the most advanced radar in the world like at ISNT even there. Tonight, we're talking about the B-2 Spirit, the most expensive aircraft ever built, the most mysterious, and the most impossible engineering project the United States has ever pulled off. How did a 50-meter-wide giant become practically invisible? Why did the U.S. destroy the original prototypes in the 1940s? And why does this aircraft look like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie? Let's dive into it. It's 1975. The Cold War is colder than ever. American B-52 bombers, floating cities in the sky, are on constant alert. Each one carries enough firepower to wipe out entire countries. They fly day and night, circling the Arctic, the Mediterranean, Greenland, waiting for the call no one ever wants to get. But there's a problem. The Soviets have something terrifying. Next-gen air defense systems so advanced they could swat B-52s out of the sky like mosquitoes. One U.S. Air Force general famously said, "Sending a B-52 into Soviet airspace would be like walking into a hornet's nest wearing a Sting Me sign." So, the Pentagon realizes this isn't sustainable. The U.S. needs something better, something invisible. And so the Advanced Technology Bomber Program is born. The goal? Build a bomber that can glide past Soviet defenses, totally unseen. Easy to say, impossible to do. Or so everyone thought. Here is the plot twist. The solution to this Cold War nightmare wasn't invented in the 70s. It was dreamed up in 1946. Enter Jack Northrop, a man obsessed, a man way ahead of his time. His idea? A flying wing. No tail, no fuselage. Just a giant wing, aerodynamic, elegant, futuristic. In 1947, his prototype, the YB-49, actually flew. A 50-meter-wide wing slicing through the skies like a UFO. It was beautiful. It was revolutionary. It was uncontrollable. Without computer assistance, the thing flew like a drunk shopping cart on a hill. And so, in 1949, the U.S. Air Force did the unthinkable. They ordered every flying wing destroyed. Burned, scrapped, gone. Northrop was devastated. His life's work reduced to ashes. No one knew his design would rise from the dead 30 years later. Jump forward to 1978. The U.S. wants a bomber that literally cannot be tracked. Who answers the call? Northrop, the same company whose project was destroyed decades earlier. Irony is wild sometimes. But this time, the world is different. Computers exist. Composite materials exist. Radar science has evolved. The flying wing finally has the technology it always needed. And so the B-2 Spirit is born. But the question is, how do you make a 100-ton football field-wide aircraft invisible? Well, this is where the story gets crazy. The B-2 looks like a UFO because it basically is one. Every curve, every angle, every line serves one purpose: disappear from radar. A normal aircraft has wings, a tail, a fuselage, and engines sticking out. Each one reflects radar like a Christmas tree. The B-2? One smooth, continuous wing. No corners, no reflections. Nothing for radar to bounce off. Its radar signature? Smaller than a pigeon. Let that sink in. A 170-foot-wide bomber looks like a bird on radar. But that's not even the craziest part. The skin is coated with classified radar-absorbent materials, like actual radar-eating paint. And the assembly? Every panel has to be perfectly aligned. If one seam is off by even a millimeter, you don't have a stealth bomber. You have a billion-dollar disco ball. You know what radar loves? Engine fan blades. So the B-2 hides its engines deep inside the body. Intakes on top, exhaust cooled and spread out to hide heat. It's basically saying, "Shh, don't look at me." The engines are whisper quiet. The heat signature is tiny. And the B-2 practically tiptoes through the sky. But here's the wild part. Flying wings are naturally unstable. They don't want to fly straight. They want to wobble like a shopping cart with one broken wheel. So the B-2 uses a classified fly-by-wire system that makes hundreds of tiny adjustments every second. Without it, the B-2 wouldn't fly for more than 3 seconds. With it, it becomes the most graceful bomber ever built. When the B-2 was unveiled on November 22, 1988, the world freaked out. It didn't look like a plane. It looked like a prop from a Star Wars movie. People asked, does it even fly? Is it extraterrestrial? Is that real? And then, in 1989, it took its first flight. Smooth, silent, perfect. The future had arrived. Now let's talk firepower. The B-2 can carry 20 tons of bombs, nuclear weapons, massive bunker busters, and precision-guided JDA. And here's the flex. It can hit 80 different targets in one mission. Its range? 11,000 kilometers without refueling. Anywhere on Earth with refueling. 2 pilots, 1 aircraft. Global reach. It is the definition of knock on your door from the other side of the planet. So why does one B-2 cost $2.1 billion? Here's the bill. Classified materials, custom manufacturing, maintenance of the stealth coating, only 21 ever built, and constant technology upgrades. The B-2 is like a Ferrari, hand-built, made of alien metal, and you can't scratch the paint or it stops being invisible. Worth it? Depends who you ask. But the truth is, for 30 years, the B-2 has done something priceless. It kept America's enemies guessing. Today, the B-2 is slowly making way for the B-21 Raider. But the Spirit remains one of the most legendary, most mysterious, and most brilliant aircraft ever built. A machine born from fear, shaped by science, and perfected by imagination. If you want a deep dive on the B-21 next, tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching.